And a little side note, Webbot report for January 2014 has just been released. I got it last night, and it was late last night when I checked the website. I always try to keep up every few days to see if he's posted anything new or whatever. Noticed the Webbot report link was there for purchase. Of course, got to get it, so I got it. And just read a few pages. I did a couple keyword searches like silver and Bitcoin and things like that, and there's definitely some stuff in there on that, so I quickly read some of the stuff on both, and not everything, but just a couple, a few sentences on a few of the things I found. And once again, gold and silver, man, I keep saying this, especially lately, if you ain't got none, you better go get some. I'm just gonna say that. There's also very good news for Bitcoin too. Bitcoin appears to be going way up in the near future, along with gold and silver, both of them. Both gold and silver and Bitcoin, which means also the altcoins such as Litecoin, Feathercoin, WorldCoin, whatever, all these freaking coins. So I'm going to be reading that, and we'll probably have a summary for you tomorrow. So be looking out for that. And I do what I always do, read you the summary of stuff that I think is important, that I find interesting, that I want to share. It's 39 pages, I believe, this report. And like always, I can't read the whole thing word for word. I'm not going to plagiarize and, copyright violate Cliff Hive and his work and read you every single page. That's just not right. It's not fair to him. So just look out for that. Like I always say, there's some interesting things that I just got to leave out because I can't read, again, half the report. I got to read some of it, and I try to find just the most interesting stuff that I feel is interesting. But could be a chance that there's things in there that are interesting to you that I just left out. So this particular report, normally they're $10, and I don't know if this is the new price for now on, but he was asking $20 for it. So again, as long as I've been reading these things and seeing some of the things happen, not just some, quite a bit, and remembering the first few reports I ever read talking about things, basically talking a lot about what's going on here, right now, last couple, 2-3 years especially, and the same type of language keeps coming up, report after report after report. And there's an old saying for that Webbot: the longer something keeps coming up in these reports, the more absolutely certain it is to happening. It's going to happen. So, gold and silver, the dollar decline. The death of the dollar. You remember that meme from long ago, the death of the dollar? And here we have Lindsey Williams and all them talking about global currency reset. We have the IMF, head of the IMF, Christine Lagarde, another scumbag, talking basically not in those exact words, but the need for something like that, basically a global, what's going to amount to a global currency reset. We've got China, this big trust thing, whatever the hell it's called, from China, about to go bankrupt, default here at the end of the month, which we're at the end of the month, so it's going to be any day now, which is going to cause a chain reaction, they're saying. Remember the old article I read you a little while back from one of the elite from, I think, the Washington Post or Washington Times, and I mentioned at the bottom, it said who the guy was, about the author, and basically he's one of the boys, one of the club. And he went on to say this was like in 2012 or somewhere around there, remember, and the headline was something like, the real doomsday is not the Mayan calendar ending in 2012. The real doomsday is going to be March, I think they even said March of 2014, according to blah, 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 this guy. And that guy, again, was the elitist pal, buddy, club member, if you will, saying why 2014 would be the year. And not only that, he gave the actual month, March of 2014. And now that I'm sitting here telling you this, I can't think of his exact words at the moment, but I know my video's there, so it wasn't that long ago that I did this video. So, bottom line is, the global currency problems, all that, is coming home to roost. And I think even in that article, he said something like, China is going to find out that you can't eat gold. You can't eat gold. So, for an elitist to say that, you can't eat gold, no, but you can sure as hell buy a lot of stuff with gold. So why would they say China's going to find out you can't eat gold? What does that mean? Does that mean they're going to drop the price of gold and silver so hard and so fast that it's going to shake everyone to their core? And that's them saying, you wasted all that money on gold, and you have this shiny little relic here. What are you going to do with it? Can't eat gold. Or did they mean, literally, fine, let China have all the gold, it doesn't matter. We're the elite, we have the paper markets of the world, we have the central banks of the world. You can stockpile all the gold you want, but your people need to eat food. In the United States and other places create a lot of food, so good luck getting any when the time comes. You can take that either way. The bottom line is, they've already been dropping the price of gold and silver for the last 2 to 3 years, since 2011, since the big crash of 2011 in precious metals. And there's been unabated demand for gold and silver. It's gone up significantly. So, I don't know if these elitists are, or did expect the amount of purchasing of gold and silver, and also see that their inventories, which they use to help keep the price of gold and silver down by issuing paper on those inventories, which was already leveraged significantly. So the little inventory they had versus a massive amount of paper that they had, and the massive amount of paper should have the exact same amount of gold and silver backing it, but it doesn't because it's leveraged massively. And even that little inventory is being wiped out. So they're going to have a major problem here. And I don't know if they were prepared for that. So maybe China's laughing back at them saying, no, we can get a lot of food with our silver and gold. You guys are going to have the problem because we're cleaning you out. You know, and that's what I'm seeing right now. So, bottom line, got a Webbot report coming. I should have it done tonight, you know, whatever, and then the summary tomorrow. Take care.